I need a karak in the morning. I need a karak in the evening. And put some cardamom in it. Put some ginger in it. Karak.
Well, this Sunday is going to be pure bliss because we are going to have a touch of bling and bliss. He is an OG Dubai kid who's ventured into various professions. From being a radio jockey to a TV presenter to now a DJ who's making everyone dance to his tunes. On this episode of Sunday Brunch Middle East, we're going to have some Karak with DJ Bliss. Hello DJ Bliss.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
You alright?
Very good. I'm so glad to finally meet you.
Thank you.
I didn't know I would catch you at the beach.
Well, this is one of my favorite places to be. To get away, like this is my favorite place.
Is it a routine for you? Do you come to the beach often?
Yeah, you know, being from Dubai, like as a young kid, like we didn't have like all these amusement parks and everything. Like going to the beach was like the thing for us.
You know, that's the thing I love about Dubai. You've got the beaches, you've got the city life, and just a couple of hours away, you can also be surrounded by the mountains.
Yeah, you really do. And if you want, in like 20 minutes, you could also be skiing down a slope. So you really have everything you want. Like I get surprised when people complain like there's not much to do here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And unlike most of the other personalities who I've met, you are an OG Dubai kid, aren't you? School, college, everything.
Born, raised, school, college, work, like blood, sweat, and tears, like all for the city.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So how was your childhood in Dubai?
A regular childhood, you know, a middle kid, 2 elder brothers, younger brother, sister. Went to school here and then, you know, went to university here as well. So it was just like growing up over here, like my playground, you know?
I'm sure you've seen the landscape of the city transformed completely, haven't you?
Yeah, you know, somebody asked me that yesterday actually, and I tell them yes, but also no, because when they build a building next to your house, like you're paying attention to it going up. Unlike somebody who just came here last year, there could have been nothing, like that whole island could have not been there. And you can come back in a year, like they built the whole island, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, that's the case with me. I come here like every 6 months or sometimes even before that and I see one building has raised out of the blue anywhere, you know.
That's Dubai for you, yeah. But it's still fascinating. Dubai, I think, is one of the most fascinating cities in the world. And that's why I could never leave. Every time I thought about it or wanted to leave, like I was just like, something just held me back over here.
Have people changed over a period of time?
Of course, it's normal, you know. People, new cultures come in, new nationalities, new people from all over the world. So naturally, like, you know, the foundation of your community changes as well. And I've seen that just through music alone itself, you know, what the tastes were before and how it changes. You just have to adapt. But that's another great thing about Dubai.
Right. And talking of education, we'll just wait. Wow. And the sound of supercars, that's normal, completely.
You stop hearing it. After a while, you just don't hear it anymore.
We're talking of education. So which school, college did you go to?
So I went to a school called Al Mawakib, like kindergarten straight to graduation. And then I went to a college but when I was there, it was called the University of College. And now they've changed the name to the Dubai University or University of Dubai.
You know, most of the people think that Arabs are wealthy and they don't really hustle their way around.
Yeah.
But look at you. I feel like you've been hustling your way around.
My whole life.
Your whole life, dabbing into various careers.
Yeah.
Where did the drive come from to do so much?
I think maybe partly my dad. Like he was a businessman. Like I always go with him to his office and I'll go to him to his shop, like what they were selling. But also part of it was just within me. Like most of the stuff I did was media related. I did venture out, you know, open a barbershop and a cafe and you know, a couple of other things. One thing is my music and performance. Like that's my first and true love. That's how I started my whole career. Right. I feel like it's been my calling for a while. It needs time. So, you know, I'm working on an album. I just signed a new record deal, new music direction. So yeah, that's, you know. And if you ever watch Dubai Bling, the first thing I tell you is I want to be the world famous DJ Bliss. So to go out there and just like wave the flag.
Well, you already are. How much more?
More. Like until we start seeing, like you see me at a festival or like, you know, at the Grammys or, you know, red carpets and around the world at maybe like, I don't know, Super Bowl or NBA, and there's a DJ from Dubai who's playing over there.
Yeah.
Like that would be the day for me.
How was your dad's reaction? Because I don't think music is a natural professional choice for Emiratis.
No, definitely not. I don't know how I got away with it at the beginning, because I wasn't always a DJ. I was on radio, so I was doing a radio show and then I was DJing on the side. So, my parents saw like a good opportunity. Their son was on the radio. And then at some point I went into TV. Then I opened my own company. I had an office, I had employees, staff, and and then I was doing it was always something like that. So I was opening businesses. So it was never like I was just DJing and coming home at 3 a.m., going to sleep, waking up at like 2 p.m. Never.
Okay.
So I was always hustling. And I think because they saw the hustle, they appreciated it. Of course, they always told me, why don't you be like your brothers or other people and get... But they never pressured me and they said no or were angry about it. So, I'm quite fortunate in that sense. People tell me, what do you like about Dubai Bling? I say, it feels like I'm vlogging, but I don't have to film it. I don't have to edit it. And I just show up.
But is that so? Is it really that raw and organic, Dubai Bling?
I mean, it is for me, I hope that people watching right now, they realize that it's the same person, that's what I always wanted to do and that's how I wanted it to be. So
I think more conversations over Karak.
Definitely, yeah. We definitely have to sit down and then I'll spill the tea.
Yes, let's
there
do
we
that
go.
Quite literally.
So this is it. This is Karak Inc. Welcome.
Nice and cute. Very nice. It's a really cute and a nice cafe.
Thank you. I mean, it's from my love for this drink called Karak. Obviously originated in India. We adapted it. And I just found out recently we even changed the spelling of it.
Yeah.
Because apparently in India, you call it Kadak with a D, right?
Yes.
So we took it, we switched it up, spiced it differently, and here we were.
We call it Karak chai, which means really strong. So we brew it a lot. Is that how it is here as well?
Yeah. I mean, we have so many different variations. We have our house Karak, which is very strong, use condensed milk and strong spices, you really feel it.
Yeah.
Or you can have a fresh milk Karak, and then we've also taken it one step further and we do vegan. You can have almond, coconut, oat milk. You can replace the sugar for maple.
Can't wait to try.
Yeah. Our coconut milk, dairy-free, sugar-free, it's maple syrup. Karak. Cheers.
Wow, I've never had Karak or rather chai with a coconut flavor.
It's coconut, it's maple, and also it's not so sweet.
Wow. Indians could have never imagined this twist.
It was right under their nose the whole time.
When did the DJ become so passionate about food? And I believe you also have a barber shop.
Yeah. It started off, first of all, being just something that was a passion for the drink. I made a song called I Need a Karak.
Yeah.
And this song, I just made it just for fun. I had a studio. And somebody called me one day. He's like, hey, you remember that song you played for me? He's like, do you want there's a brand who wants to sponsor it. It's the brand that Rainbow Milk, the one that you put into Karak, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, sure. They want to pay for the video. They want to pay you and they want to shoot this. I'm like, let's do it. So we turned it into this song. The song went viral all over the world. Everyone was singing it. And then I had a song. So I'm like, it makes sense to just open a Karak place as well.
At what age did you start working?
Straight after graduating from college, my first job that I ever got was a presenter at a radio station. So that's what I did for maybe 4 or 5 years. And then I took a break and I worked for a multinational company for 6 months. And I was like, this is cool. It's good money and all that. But I'm like, this is not really what I want to be doing. So immediately, I saved some money, learned a couple of things about doing events and got into, throwing my own parties.
But if I may ask you, your first time you actually earned some money?
At a young age, when I was in school or college, I used to rent out equipment to just make money. But the money I was making was to just buy better equipment. So I remember I had a pretty simple setup, of a mixer and 2 CD players. It was just so you can play music at an event. And I would rent it out and I would make money. Then I was renting speakers for I can't remember the price now, but if somebody was giving it to me for 100, but I was renting it for 200. So I was hustling, making money. Yeah. So I kept saving more money. And then eventually I bought the speakers myself. So now I'm making 100% of the money myself and then started buying some equipment slowly. So I was renting it, and then I also had the equipment. If I wanted to DJ and practice, I had it too. So it was kind of like a double hustle.
Constantly upgrading yourself as well when it came to equipment. Yeah.
Wow, our classic. this is the balalit.
Okay, so DJ Bliss is making me eat all
This
the
is,
food.
by the way, just so you know, my mom's recipe.
Mm.
Yeah, have a little bit of the egg with it.
But this is really nice. Sweetened rice, right?
Correct. It's vermicelli. It's the same thing that I think you guys put in faluda, right?
Faluda and kheer.
Yeah.
Listen, you know so much about Indian food. You have to come to India, and I will take you on a food tour.
Deal. Deal. So I got you my favorite ever dessert
French
is
toast?
lotus French toast.
Wow, I'm having a fabulous Sunday.
I know, right?
It's really good. And what's this?
This is matcha. Do you like matcha or no?
I like matcha. I tried it in Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that is a white chocolate matcha, which is perfect if you're getting into it. And this is our just plain matcha. But you know, matcha is not for everybody, right?
Yeah, I know.
So I thought, like, if we were to play a game,
yes.
loser has to drink matcha.
And I have a perfect game for this then.
Cool.
Okay, we're gonna play Never Have I Ever.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Tell me if you have, then you take a sip.
Okay, cool.
Okay? Never have I ever been fined by RTA.
I have been fined.
Yes. I'm just gonna have it because I want to taste it.
Yeah, mix it up too, so you get all the matcha in there.
So good.
Of course, because you drank all white chocolate.
Oh, it's not
Still
so
good,
bad.
right?
It's still good, yeah. Never have I ever stolen something or picked up something from a luxurious hotel.
I mean, the toothbrush, does the toothbrush count?
Are
The
you sure?
toothbrush in Atlantis was so nice.
Really?
Yeah, it was golden.
Wow.
Yeah, but we told them, like, we said, listen,
Yeah.
we took all the toothbrushes. Sorry, Atlantis.
Okay. Never have I ever been lost in Dubai Mall.
Never.
How do you find the way out?
I know Dubai Mall inside out. Never.
Okay, I got to go to Dubai Mall with you.
Me, yeah.
For sure. Okay, never have I ever owned or worn a piece of jewelry from Dubai's famous gold souk.
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah, Dubai Gold.
So my mom used to like buy us a lot of gifts like growing up. Like she's like, the day you get married and this and that. So, but I met like my childhood memories is going to the gold souk and the guy was walking around with a tray with all these juices on there.
Yeah.
And there was a drink called Rani. That was my favorite. It was a can. You'd open it, it had like pulp in it. It was like, that was like the highlight. So I remember going to the gold souk all the time.
Yeah, all the Dubai kids can instantly relate to that now.
They know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you've also spent a lot of your childhood in Dera, right?
Correct.
That's like the OG Dubai.
OG, yeah. I grew up in Dera, yeah.
Does that place feel like home to you?
I love it. Like when the weather is good, I drive over there, walk around the streets where I grew up, like seeing like where I drive around the streets where I grew up and like it's nostalgic for me. I love it.
Your favorite hangout spots there?
I mean, there's a place called Dera Tower and right in front of it, you know, that was where my dad's office used to be.
Yeah.
It's all these like some of the best shawarmas you've ever had are in front of Dera Tower. It's a place called Naura Raouf, if they're still there. Like the Dera Creek is one of the best places that you can go. You can get a boat to cross from one side to the other for like 2 dirhams.
2 dirhams,
For like 30 dirhams, they can take you for a ride. On the Bur Dubai side, there's a place called Sarvan Bhavan. Like, it's a vegetarian restaurant. They do one of the like, look, I love Karak, but they have one of the best fresh milk Karaks like ever.
Listen, you speak so much of Karak. I think it's about time you come to India.
I know.
And have the OG Karak chai.
My next idea is Karak tour. But speaking of Karak, look, I got you this now.
Yeah.
This is an ice Karak.
Okay.
So it's an ice version of Karak.
Yeah.
You have to try this one over here, right? Our ice Karak. So that is our house Karak, you know, the one that we have.
This is like chai, which is just cold.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody in India can imagine this. And we don't mess around with our chai.
We keep it simple, right? Yeah.
We keep it simple. But guys, this tastes really good. I think it's about time. I'm sure a lot of Indian restaurant owners there are taking
thinking right
inspiration.
now.
Absolutely. Okay, coming back to our game.
Okay.
Never have I ever been caught jaywalking.
Never.
No. Okay.
Never. I mean, I've done it. I've done it. But I've never been caught.
Okay. Never have I ever secretly checked my wife's phone.
Not secretly, because we know each other's passwords, so like it's not secret, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never have I ever taken my guests for a desert safari.
No, I have taken them.
So how did you and Dania meet?
So we met through like mutual friends, like we were in a big group. The real story is that she saw me, she fell in love with me, and it was like, it was an Indian movie. She came out of the back of a tree, I was behind another tree. Suddenly there was flowers in the garden everywhere. We're running towards each other. As we reach, we look the other way, break into a song, dance.
I can just imagine that now. But Bollywood, do you watch Bollywood? Any movies?
If you grew up in Dubai,
Yeah.
like on Thursday nights, Channel 33 was Indian movie night. Like you'd always watch. So
Yeah.
it was something that we all did. So you know, and the scenes were always like that. Like we always remember like the fighting scenes or the dancing scenes. It was amazing.
So, do you know any of the Hindi songs?
Yeah, of course. I
Which
know a
one?
lot of them.
Which is your favorite one?
Do cheese buddy hai mast mast do cheese buddy hai mast. Like that's like one of my favorites.
I'm sure you must be tired of answering this, but how did Dubai Bling happen?
I started off with an email request, which I thought wasn't real. I ignored it. They emailed me again, and then she was going back and forth for a while. And I didn't think it was the real, a real Netflix show until like we signed the contract.
Yeah.
And yeah, I still can't believe it. Honestly, sometimes I still can't believe like it happened. Like it's still a little surreal to me.
And what's interesting is you went there with your wife.
Yeah.
Were there apprehensions or were there any moments where you felt like, oh damn, I shouldn't have done this?
There's always, but that's life, you know, like I don't live in regrets. I learn from every situation. I went on the show and I was myself, and cameras just happened to be rolling, you know. For me, that's my attitude towards it.
A lot of your personal life also gets exposed, right? So was there a pact between you and Danya about how you guys are going to be on the show?
We have an understanding between us, and that's you know, that's what a marriage is. That's what life is like. I think it's like going into, you know, whatever you're like with your partner. You've decided if you're going to a guest or a friend's house, you don't sit down and just fight in front of everybody. You know, you have a mutual respect for each other, and it wasn't something that we needed to have a conversation about because that's how we've been living our life anyways. So it wasn't like, hey, by the way, now that we're going in front of the cameras, let's not do this. No, let's just not do that for life, for our kids, for, you know, for just general well-being.
And did you know the other cast members of Dubai Bling?
So I knew Ibrahim. Obviously, he's my neighbor. We're like right next door to each other. But actually, about a few months before we filmed Dubai Bling, I recorded a vlog in his shop. And then 6 months later, when they told me the cast list name potentials, he was on there, and we spoke, and because we know each other from here, so we knew each other. I knew Farhana from social media, and some of the other cast members knew each other, but not everyone.
Now, have you become friends with anyone in particular?
Friends is a strong word. On Dubai Bling, friendship is a tough one.
Yeah. But you always come across as a peacemaker.
I am. I'm always peace, love, and happiness. But also, you know, as part of peace, love, and happiness, sometimes, you know, you have conflicts or you have communication or things you need to talk about. Like, I think it's pretty normal. Yeah.
Okay. Fun game. We're going to ask you a few questions about Danya. Let's see how well do you know her.
Let's do it.
Okay. Danya's favorite food dish.
Sushi.
I think it would be like a seafood dish. Maybe like the seafood. There's a seafood place we go to. Like they put all the food on the table. Maybe that.
Yeah.
Shrimp or salmon or something like that.
Okay.
Or if it's fast food, In-N-Out. French fries. She loves French fries too.
Her favorite travel destination.
Tokyo.
Do you think Bliss would have got your answer right?
Tokyo for sure, yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Tokyo.
Who's her 3 a.m. BFF?
I would say Ibrahim.
I mean, I think standard one, AM, PM is Ibrahim.
Really? Okay.
That's one. I'm going to give the other two to my two kids. I think that's her 2 morning BFFs.
Okay. Where did you guys go on your first date?
I think the metro.
I'm going to have to answer our honeymoon in Maldives.
Ah, too safe. I get it. Okay. Who said I love you first?
Bliss.
She's going to say me. I'm going to say her.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't think either of us remember.
Okay. Tell us your version of the proposal. How it happened.
We were at the metro for the first time, and he asked me, what does he need to do for us to get married? And I said, either you call my dad or your mom calls my mom. And the next day he asked for my mom's number and I sent it to him, and the rest is history.
So the proposal went something along the lines of, I went to her and I said, well, if we were to get married, like what would I have to do? And she said, you have to talk to my mom. And I was like, all right, well, send me her number. And she sent me her number.
And then you called the mom?
And then I got my mom to call her mom.
Oh, okay. That sounds like an Indian arranged marriage though.
Yeah, basically.
One Dubai Bling cast member Danya loves.
My husband.
Other than your husband?
Ibrahim.
Okay,
Ibrahim?
No points
Me,
for guessing.
me.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You over
Oh,
Ibrahim?
I always think it's excluding me. I would like to think me first, Ibrahim second.
Okay. And one cast member she cannot stand.
Depends on the day.
Season 1, I think it's pretty obvious. It's probably Safa and Zaina.
Yeah. Are they friends now?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, eventually, like, you know, as adults, you sit down, you try and, like, you know, make amends of what happened. You know, we're in a small community all together. Things happen. It's like a family, you know, you fight, you break up, you make up. So yeah, I mean, we're all friends now.
Yeah. Okay. If Dania gets $100,000, how do you think she would spend that?
I always bless any type of money that comes to me. So I would donate some of it to charity. I would donate some of it to climate change and sustainability. And the rest, I would probably go shopping. Or invest. I would invest a little bit of it into like some type of business or an investment, and then the rest I would shop with it.
If she gets $100,000, she's walking into a car showroom and buying a car. That's probably a pink Lamborghini, Bentley, or I don't know. She would go something like crazy, bling,
Really?
like a blinged out car.
No, no, definitely not.
Okay, would she rather backpack on a budget around the world?
No, whatever the other one is.
Stay in one place in luxury. Easy.
Or stay at one place in luxury?
There you go. I told you. Whatever was the other answer.
What about you? Are you a backpack
I can
kind
do
of
either.
person?
I can do either. I can do either.
Before we let you go, any nice song that you can sing for us?
Well, since we're here at Karak Inc, I'm going to say I need a Karak in the morning, I need a Karak in the evening, and put some cardamom in it, put some ginger in it. Karak.
DJ Bliss, it was wonderful spending
Thank you
this
so
day
much.
with you.
And
I look
hopefully-
forward to having you in India.
I'm coming. India, I promise.
Great.